As I went out one morning to take the pleasant air, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. As I went out one morning to take the pleasant air, I overheard a mother a scolding her daughter fair, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. You better go wash them dishes and hush that flattering tongue, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Better go wash them dishes and hush that flattering tongue, for you know that you want to get married and that you are too young, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Oh, pity my condition, just like you would your own, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Pity my condition, just like you would your own. For 14 long years I've been living all alone, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Supposing I were willing, where would you get your man, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Supposing I were willing, where would you get your man? Lord mercy, mammy, I'd marry that handsome Sam, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Supposing he should spite you like you done him before, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Supposing he should spite you like you done him before, Lord mercy, mammy, I could marry 40 more, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. There's peddlers and there's thinkers and boys from the plough, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Peddlers and there's thinkers and boys from the plough. Lord mercy, mammy, I'm getting that feeling now, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. And now my daughter's married and well for to do, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. Now my daughter's married and well for to do. Gather round young fellers, I'm on the market too, Lolly Too Dum, Lolly Too Dum day. I met her in Venezuela with a basket all her head. If she loved others, she didn't say, but I knew she'd do to pass away the time in Venezuela. To pass away the time in Venezuela. I bought her a silken sash of blue, a beautiful sash of blue, because I knew that she could do with all the tricks I knew she knew to pass away the time in Venezuela. To pass away the time in Venezuela. When the wind was out to sea, the wind was out to sea, and she was a-taking leave of me. I said, cheer up, there'll always be sailors ashore in Venezuela. Sailors ashore in Venezuela. Her lingo was strange, but the thought of her smile, the thought of her beautiful smile, will haunt me and taunt me for many a mile. For her, she was my gal, and she did the while to pass away the time in Venezuela. To pass away the time in Venezuela. Oh, the fox went out on a chase one night, prayed to the moon to give him light. He had many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh. He ran till he came to a great big pen where the ducks and the geese were kept therein. Said, a couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh. He grabbed a gray goose by the neck, throwed a duck across his back. He didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. No, down, no, down, no. Didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. Didn't mind the quack, 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 and the legs all dangling down. No. Old Mother Clipper Clopper jumped out of bed. Out of the window she cocked her head, crying, John, John, the grey goose is gone and the fox is on the town. No, town, no, town, no. John, John, the grey goose is gone and the fox is on the town. John, John, the grey goose is gone and the fox is on the town. No. Then John he went to the top of the hill, and he blew his horn both loud and shrill. The fox he said, I better flee with my kill, for he'll soon be on my trail. Oh, trail, oh, trail, oh. The fox he said, I better flee with my kill, for he'll soon be on my trail. The fox he said, I better flee with my kill, for he'll soon be on my trail. Oh, the fox then went to his own den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10. Said, Daddy, better go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town. No, town, no, town, no. Daddy, better go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town. Daddy, better go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town. No. Oh, the fox and his wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a carving knife. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. Never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones. Oh. One morning, one morning, one morning in May, I spied a fair couple inquiring their way. They stood and concluded to go by the spring to see the waters gliding, yeah, the nightingale sing. He hugged her and he kissed her and he caught her on the middle, and out of his knapsack he drew a fine fiddle, and he played her a tune of the voluntary. Oh, see the waters gliding, yeah, the nightingale sing. Pretty lady, it's time to give war. Oh no, pretty soldier, please play one tune more, for I'd rather hear your fiddle and the touch of one string. Then see the waters gliding, yeah, the nightingale sing. Pretty soldier, won't you marry me? Oh no, pretty lady, that never can be, for I've got a wife at home and children I've 3. And the prettiest little baby that you ever did see. I'll go to Kentucky and stay there for a year. Instead of cold water, my drink shall be beer. And when I come back, it'll be in the spring. And I'll play that tune over and over again to see the waters gliding, yeah, the nightingales sing. Mr. Froggie went a courtin' and he did ride. Mr. Froggie went a courtin' and he did ride, a sword and a pistol by his side. He went down to Missy Mouse's door. He went down to Missy Mouse's door, where he had been many times before. Missy Mouse, are you within? Missy Mouse, are you within? Yes, kind sir, I sit and spin. He took Missy Mouse up on his knee. He took Missy Mouse up on his knee, said, Missy Mouse, will you marry me? Without my Uncle Rat's consent. Without my Uncle Rat's consent, I wouldn't marry the President. Uncle Rat laughed and split his fat sides. Uncle Rat laughed and split his fat sides to think his niece could be a bride. Where will the wedding breakfast be? Where will the wedding breakfast be? Way down yonder in a hollow tree. What will the wedding breakfast be? What will the wedding breakfast be? 2 green beans and a black-eyed pea. They all went sailing across the lake. They all went sailing across the lake and got swallowed up by a big black snake. There's bread and cheese up on the shelf. There's bread and cheese up on the shelf. If you want any more, you can sing it yourself. The most chivalrous fish of the ocean, to the ladies forbearing and mild. Though his record be dark, the man-eating shark will eat neither woman nor child. He dines upon seamen and skippers, and tourists his hunger assuage, and a fresh cabin boy will inspire him with joy, this past the maturity age. A doctor, a lawyer, a preacher, he'll gobble one any fine day. But the ladies, God bless them, he'll only address them politely and go on his way. I can readily cite you an instance where a lovely young lady of Bream, who is tender and sweet and delicious to eat, fell into the bay with a scream. She struggled and flounced in the water and signaled in vain for her bark. She'd surely been drowned if she hadn't been found by a chivalrous man-eating shark. He bowed in a manner most polished, thus soothing her impulses wild. Don't be frightened, he said, I've been properly bred and will eat neither woman nor child. So he offered his fin and she took it, such gallantry none can dispute, while the passengers cheered as the vessel neared and a broadside was fired in salute. They soon stood alongside the vessel, and a life-saving dinghy was lowered, with a pick of the crew and her relatives too, and the mate and the skipper aboard. They took her aboard in a jiffy, and the shark stood attention a while. Then he raised on his flipper and ate up the skipper and went on his way with a smile. This shows that the prince of the ocean, to the ladies forbearing and mild, Though his record be dark, the man-eating shark will eat neither woman nor child. Where have you been all the day, my boy Willie? Where have you been all the day? Willie, won't you tell me now? I have been all a day courting of a lady gay, but she is too young to be taken from her mammy. Can she weave and can she spin, my boy Willie? Can she weave and can she spin? Willie, won't you tell me now? She can weave, she can spin, she can do most anything, but she is too young to be taken from her mammy. Can she brew and can she bake, my boy Willie? Can she brew and can she bake? Willie, won't you tell me now? She can brew, she can bake a wedding cake, but she is too young to be taken from her mammy. How old is she then, my boy Willie? How old is she then? Willie, won't you tell me now? Twice 6, twice 7, twice 20 and 11, but she is too young to be taken from her mammy. There were 3 rails sat on a tree, down a down, hey down a down. There were 3 rails sat on a tree with a down. There were 3 rails sat on a tree. They were as black as they can be, with a down, down, down. Then one of them said to his mate, down a down, hey down a down. Then one of them said to his mate, with a down. Then one of them said to his mate, oh, where shall we our breakfast take? With a down, down, down. Down in yonder green field, down a down, he down a down. Down in yonder green field with a down. Down in yonder green field, there lies a knight slain 'neath his shield, with a down, down. His faithful hounds around him sleep, down a down, hey down a down. His faithful hounds around him sleep, with a down. His faithful hounds around him sleep, so faithful they do watch their keep, with a down, down. His faithful hawks above him fly, down a down, hey down a down. His faithful hawks above him fly, with a down. His faithful hawks above him fly, that no enemy may draw him nigh. With a down, derry, 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 down, down. Then down there came a fellow do, down, down, hey, down, down. Down there came a fellow do with a down. Down there came a fellow do, as great with young as she might go. With a down, derry, 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 down, down. She picked him up upon her back, down, down, hey, down, down. She picked him up upon her back with a down. She picked him up upon her back and carried him to the earthen lake with a down, derry, 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 down, down. She buried him before the prime, down, down, hey, down, down. She buried him before the prime with a down. She buried him before the prime was dead herself for him song time. With a down, derry, 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 down, down. God grant to every gentleman, down, down, hey, down, down. God grant to every gentleman with a down. God grant to every gentleman such hounds, such hawks, and such laymen with a down, derry, 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 down, down. Young man in a carriage, driving like his man, with a pair of horses he borrowed from his dad. He cracks his whip so lively just to see his lady smile, but she knows he's only putting on the style. Oh, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I'm very apt to smile to see so many people putting on the style. Sweet 16 goes to church just to see the boys, laughs and giggles at every little noise. She turns this way a little and turns that way a while, but everybody knows she's only putting on the style. Oh, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I'm very apt to smile to see so many people putting on the style. Young man in a restaurant smokes a dirty pipe, looking like a pumpkin that's only halfway ripe. Smoking, drinking, chewing, and thinking all the while that there is nothing equal to putting on the style. Oh, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I'm very apt to smile to see so many people putting on the style. Young man just from college makes a big display with a great big jaw break that he can hardly say. It can't be found in Webster's and won't be for a while. But everybody knows he's only putting on the style. Oh, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I'm very apt to smile to see so many people putting on the style. Preacher in the pulpit, shouting with all his might, glory, hallelujah, put the people in a fright. You might think it's Satan's coming up and down the aisle, but it's only the preacher putting on the style. Oh, putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I'm very apt to smile to see so many people putting on the style. I went up to London town to court a fair young lady. I inquired about her and they called her Devilish Mary, ring-tum-ding-tum Terry. Her eyes were blue and her cheeks were brown and they called her Devilish Mary. Me and Mary began to spar. She got in a hurry. She made up her mind right at the start she'd marry me next Thursday, ring-tum-ding-tum Terry. Her eyes were blue and her cheeks were brown and they called her Devilish Mary. We hadn't been married about 3 weeks till we thought we ought to be parted. She went to see the lawyer man, divorce proceedings started, ring-tum-ding-tum Terry. Her eyes were blue and her cheeks were brown and they called her Devilish Mary. She filled my heart with sadness, sewed my side with stitches. She jumped and she kicked and she popped her heels and she swore she'd wear my breeches, ring-tum-ding-tum Terry. Her eyes were blue and her cheeks were brown and they called her Devilish Mary. If ever I get married again, it'll be for love, not riches. I'll marry me a gal about 4 feet tall so she can't wear my breeches, ring-tum-ding-tum Terry. Her eyes were blue and her cheeks were brown and they called her Devilish Mary. Oh, Michael, oh, Michael, Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. 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 This is the story about a riverboat, and this is the story about a man who pulled his boat from shore to shore and sang throughout the land. Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. 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 With a deep way down and he on his pull, Michael glided along. And as he slowed down easy when he come round the hole, you can hear him singing his song. Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. hallelujah. Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. First stop Fort Royal with a cargo of corn. He left molasses at Hilton Head Bay. And then he swung round east and hit hard on his pull. I'll be home, hallelujah, to stay. Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah. 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 Oh, Michael, oh, Michael. Who's gonna shoe your pretty little foot? Who's gonna glove your hand? Who's gonna kiss your red ruby lips? And who's gonna be your man? Who's gonna be your man, love? Who's gonna be your man? Who's gonna kiss your red ruby lips? And who's gonna be your man? Papa will shoe my pretty little foot, Mama will glove my hand, Sister will kiss my red ruby lips, and I don't need no man. I don't need no man, love. I don't need no man. Sister will kiss my red ruby lips, and I don't need no man. The longest train I ever did ride was 100 coaches long. The only one I ever did love is on that train and gone. On that train and gone, love. On that train and gone. The only one I ever did love is on that train and gone. Who's gonna shoe your pretty little foot? Who's gonna glove your hand? Who's gonna kiss your red ruby lips? And who's gonna be your man? And who's gonna be your man? And who's gonna be your man? In Nottamun Town, not a soul would look up, not a soul would look up, not a soul would look down, not a soul would look up, not a soul would look down, to show me the way to fair Nottamun Town. I rode a grey horse, 'twas called a grey mare, grey mane and grey tail, green stripes down her back, grey mane and grey tail, green stripes down her back. There once the hair on her be what was called black. She stood so still, she threw me to the dirt. She tore my hide and bruised my shirt. From saddle to stirrup I mounted again, and on my 10 toes I rode over the plain. Met the king and the queen and the company more, a walking behind, a riding before. Come a stark naked drummer, a beating a drum, with his hands on his bosom, come a-marching along. I bought me a quart to drive gladness away, and to stifle the dust, for it rained the whole day. Sat down on a hot, cold, frozen stone. 10,000 stood round me, and yet I's alone, with my hat in my hands for to keep my head warm. 10,000 got drowned that never was born. In Scarlet Town, where I was born, there was a fair maid dwelling, made every youth cry well a day, and her name was Barbara Allan. Was in the merry, merry month of May, when the green buds they were a-swellin'. Young Jemmy Grove on his deathbed lay, for the love of Barbara Allan. He sent his man unto her then, to the place where she was a-dwellin'. Cried, Master, bid you come to him, if your name be Barbara Allan. Then slowly, slowly she got up, and slowly she drew nigh him. And when she pulled the curtains back, said, young man, I think you're a-dying. Oh yes, I'm sick, I'm very, very sick, and I will not be any better until I have the love of one, the love of Barbara Allan. Oh, don't you remember in yonder town, while drinking in the tavern, you gave a toast to the ladies fair, but you slighted Barbara Allan. Oh yes, I remember in yonder town, while drinking in the tavern, I gave a toast to the ladies fair, but my heart to Barbara Allan. Then lightly tripped she down the stairs. He trembled like an aspen. 'Tis vain, my poor young man, to home for Barbara Allan. As she was wandering o'er the field, she heard his death bells knellin', and every stroke they seemed to say, oh, cruel Barbara Allan. Her eyes looked east, her eyes looked west. She saw his pale corpse coming. She cried, bearers, bearers, lay him down, that I may look upon him. The more she looked, looked, the more she grieved, until she burst out crying. She cried, "Bearers, bearers, take him off, for I am now a-dying. Oh mother, oh mother, oh make my bed, oh make it long and narrow. Young Jemmy died for the love of me, and I shall die of sorrow." They buried her in the old churchyard. Young Jemmy's grave was nigh her, and out of her grave grew a red, red rose, and out of his a green briar. They climbed and climbed up the old church tower, till they couldn't climb any higher. And there they tied a true lover's knot, the red rose and the green briar. One evening in May, 12 young maidens came out for to play. A regiment of soldiers they chanced to pass by, and at one of these ladies the drummer cast an eye, and it's all kind fortune. Oh, early next morning the drummer arose, dressed himself up in his best suit of clothes, with his watch and his hat and his sword in his hand. He went to the lady right down to the strand, and it's all kind fortune. He took off his hat and he fell on his knee, says, "May I ask pardon for making so free? Dear honorable lady, my heart you have won, and if you deny me, I'm surely undone. It'll be hard fortune." "You silly little drummer, oh what do you mean? For my father is a captain of fame, and I am his daughter, his pride and his joy. He'd never let me marry a poor drummer boy. It would be hard fortune. My soul shall go quickly to heaven or hell, and my innocent blood I will spill. 'Tis with my broadsword I will willingly strike, and cut down the innocent threads of my life, for it's all hard fortune. Oh, come back, little drummer, I'm here at your will. 'Tis a pity your innocent blood for to spill. We'll saddle our horse and to Plymouth we'll go, and it's there we'll get married in spite of her woe, and it's all kind fortune." O Neel Gaganana Pankheru, O Neel Gaganana Pankheru, Tu Kalav Pacho Ave re man tari yaad satave. O Neel Gaganana Pankheru, साथे रमता साथे फरता साथे लावलडी मातरता एक दरियानु मोजू आव्यो वारन लागी तुझने तरता आज लगी तारी वाट जो छू आज लगी तारी वाट जो छू तारो कोई संदेशो नावे ओ तारो कोई संदेशो नावे रे मन तारी याद सतावे ओ नील गगन ना पंखेरू तारा बिना ओ जीवन साथी જીવન સૂનું સૂનું ભાસે પાંખો પામી ઉડી ગયો તું જઈ બેઠો ઊંચે આકાશે કેમ કરી હું આવું તારી પાસે કેમ કરી હું આવું તારી પાસે ઓ મને કોઈ નવ માર્ગ બતાવે ઓ મને કોઈ નવ માર્ગ બતાવે રે મને તારી યાદ સતાવે ઓ નીલ ગગનના પંખેરું મોર લતમ વાતલડી જોડું મોર મેહુલા તારી વિનવું વારંવાર હું તુને સાંભળ વિનતી મારી તારી પાસ છે સાધન સૌએ તારી પાસ છે સાધન સૌએ તું કાલવ મને બોલાવે તું કાલવ મને બોલાવે રે મને તારી યાદ સતાવે ઓ નીલ ગગનના પંખેરું તું કાલવ પાછો આવે રે મને તારી યાદ સતાવે ઓ નીલ ગગનના પંખેરું